Owen has been going just over 80 years, and we have 13 locations across the UK, mostly based in the southeast and in the home counties, stretching as far as Cheltenham to the west, but we also have an office in Manchester. Owen was a friend of Jack Barclay, who was a racing driver, and that's one of the brand names that we still carry. What we mostly do is focus on sales of luxury brands and also the after sales, the servicing and the maintenance of those brands. And the franchises that we include feature cars, brands like Ferrari, Bentley, Maserati, Rolls-Royce, Bugatti, Pagani, and I'm sure there's probably a few others that I've forgotten about. In terms of the size of the company, we've got 380 employees. It was 320 when I joined 2 years ago, and I think we are beginning to see some expansion, which presents me with challenges to provide additional IT, telephony to what amounts to new joiners. Shortly after I joined Owen, I decided to market test the IT and the communications systems. Corporate ICT were the incumbent at that time, and they actually won the communications business, all of our communications business, voice, data. So we signed up with them on the strength that they knew us, they had provided good systems for us, the Samsung Office Serve, for example. We had also other PBX systems which we inherited when we bought a particular group. And I switched the maintenance and support of those systems over to corporate so that we had one place to go, so that at some stage when we want to expand the network, when we want to integrate the different multiple sites from which we operate, there is one focus of attention for both provision and also for support. We have 13 phone systems, one in each of the locations. And most recently, we've upgraded one of the sites, Pangbourne, where we have Lamborghini, where we have Bentley, and shortly, at some stage, we will have an additional franchise on that site. So we upgraded that phone system, A, with that growth in mind, but also so that we could integrate not only the systems that we have on that particular sites, but also start looking at integration of mobile phones, which we also procure through corporate. And on some of the other sites, we also have SIP, where we use SIP technology as well as ISDN. And once again, for all of those technologies, we look to corporate to provide the procurement, the setup, the installation, the tuning, the testing, and the maintenance of those sites. We also go to corporate ICT for mobile phones. Now, people have asked, well, why are we pushing everything to one person? There are a number of reasons. One, it's a one-stop shop for me. I can call one person and cover a wide range of needs. And as they have a lot of the facilities and worked with Owen for a long time, they actually know where the circuits run. They know where the live bodies and the dead bodies are in terms of circuits, which is actually very, very helpful and can advise us when we need to terminate a circuit, for example, saving us money if we're no longer using it. But increasingly, as voice and IT begin to converge, we see this with a lot of the Samsung equipment now. The reason I stick with them, with corporate ICT, is because the day is going to come when we are going to integrate our mobile phones with our local PBXs as we start to refresh those. And at that point, that begins to actually save a substantial amount of money. Some of the things that we are considering on the horizon, on some of our sites where we have the appropriate equipment or will be upgrading the equipment, is the voice integration using FMC. Typically, we'll be using a Samsung platform for that. And that would give us the benefit of being able to integrate our mobile calls and our landline calls. And when people on the same exchange want to talk via mobile, it's not going to involve any additional costs. Were somebody to ask me if I would recommend corporate, I would say yes. And the reasons for doing so is their technical knowledge, their expertise, their ability to deliver, certainly to go the extra mile. I've mentioned how we have an SLA for Monday to Friday, but they will help out over the weekends. We've had 1 or 2 situations where we've needed help outside of normal SLA hours. they're actually nice people to do business with. They're very knowledgeable in their industry, within the context of the products they sell and support. And I think that combination of availability, nice people and knowledge kind of almost ticks all the boxes.